Okay, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Running just a little bit behind here. I am getting things set up. It's going to be a Good Friday. Not the kind of Good Friday where they crucify Jesus, but the kind of Good Friday where we're going to get some market volatility. We're going to have some PCE data and some non-farm payroll. And if I could figure out how to turn off the monitor in my headphones, I wouldn't hear myself in an echo. But I'm going to worry about that in a few minutes. First of all, we're going to get things started. Let me pull this stream starting thing right off. Boom. There we are. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, next thing I need to get doing is I need to get that Zoom started so my colleagues can get in here. So let's find the Zoom for August 1st. Get that going. All right, joining the Zoom. Yesterday we had a problem with the transmission in the morning, and then the system wasn't working at night. We were having problems with sound, so that wasn't working. All right, now we're going to get the screen shared with the Zoom room. There we go. Okay, and the next thing we have to do is get this live broadcast up on the site. And let's see how we do this. Now, go to Barcelona Trader. And we go to live. Edit. And we put the live stream in here. That ought to do it. Indeed, okay. That is on the site. Now in the meantime, I'm still generating the pre-session analysis briefing. Get my MT4 fired up here. And let's just check my messages to see if I have a message from Tono or anything. No, it looks like we're good. Okay, so let's kind of take a little trip around the block here. Actually, I need to adjust a thing or two here with the. I need to make this pop-out chat. Grab that URL and make the pop-out chat here. Live chat overlay. Okay, that works. Does anything else need to be done? Let's make sure my screens are moving. They do not seem to be moving, so I need to do something else here. Trading screen. Now that should work. Okay, just one more thing we're doing here. there's a lot more that goes into getting this broadcast running than one would think. Okay. Now, we are seeing some movement. There is some volume. Don't want to start missing out on trades just because I don't have all my crap together here. Okay, there's that. Making sure my MT4 is showing all of the data that I need it to show. All right, get my 5-second chart going. Save. Oh, I've got this silly band on my head. Let's get that off. That's how I listen to headphones when I'm in bed. All right, 5-second chart. Okay, next thing. How are we coming along here with the video? Okay, we're done. We're ready to download, which means we're ready to upload.
Well,
Hey, there he is. Tono Miakoda, everyone. All right, let me put you over here on the screen. I think I have everything working this morning, finally.
you got a feedback, echo.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Let me see how I can fix that. Let's see. Is that better?
No, it's still there.
Okay, I think I might know what the problem is. How about that? No, still there.
Still there.
Now, how about now? No, still there. Now I can hear
Still
it
there.
too. Okay, I turn that off, but I turn this off. Now if I turn that off, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it?
I think you fixed it.
Huh, okay. Now I just have to make sure that it's working on YouTube, that YouTube can hear me.
You see, I'll go to YouTube. Probably
Okay.
better than.
Yeah, that if I do it, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Did you send over a thing today?
No, I can send you the YouTube link though, just a second. I think.
Let me see if I can find it anyway. Okay, I'll check it real quick.
Okay, here is the link to YouTube if you hadn't got there already. I'll just keep talking here a little bit. Now I can see that when I talk, I see my bars moving, but I don't have my Yeti microphone on.
Hold on one second, Mike.
So I'm talking now. Talking. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. No? Can't hear me? Can you hear me through YouTube? I'm talking. No?
Yeah, it's good on YouTube. The only problem is, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The only problem is on YouTube is not your voice. You have a fan or something running?
No, not really, no.
Yeah, I hear I hear this noise in the background.
Oh,
Let me check it again. Hold on.
okay. I mean, you might be hearing bleed from the... No, I don't think you should be hearing bleed from the music because I have the music in my headphones. I can turn the squelch down a little bit and see if that helps. I think that's the squelch. Yeah, like that.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
It's all good. There is a noise. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like an old record player.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll have to deal with that today. I
It's
got to
not
figure
that
this
big a
out.
deal, though.
Okay. I'll have to figure out what the problem is later. It's probably picking me up through some other mic that isn't the one I'm intending.
Yeah, but it's no reflex. It's no but yeah, but that's also probably me coming from the music industry. You have to listen for all that stuff before it gets down on somebody's record.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I heard it too, and that's why I was trying to mess around with it yesterday, and then I ended up messing it up, and now I'm just back to my previous settings. So, anyway,
okay.
I'm trying to get. Let me try to get this. Let me try to get this video uploaded. All right, so this video is going to be the session analysis for New York. All right. All right, I'm almost done and ready to go here. I'm so far behind.
No worries.
I need to start earlier. Looks like it's trying to push down into this resistance here on the 1 minute. Looks like it's probably going to make it through.
In the 1 minute.
On the 1 minute Hakanashi. Or the support, I'm sorry, not the resistance.
Yeah, there's a Renko support though. Maybe it'll stop it. Isn't it crazy how you use these pivots correctly, you can avoid a lot of headache. Like we 3281.78 would have probably triggered us into our hedge last night.
Yeah.
We moved it 2 pips down to avoid all of that craziness.
Yeah. And it
That's
worked.
what I was saying when you said you get in the hedges too many times, right?
Yeah.
And got to use those pivots to get the right place.
Yeah.
Keep you out of them. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, we should be going up today unless Trump backs down on the tariffs.
Right. Technically. Indeed.
Looks like the Renko set it back up. That support in the Renko. Be right back.
Good. Okay, we are almost ready to rock and roll. So from now on, I'm going to start 15 minutes earlier doing this stuff. I got up a little bit late, and that's why I'm a little bit behind on things here, but we are ready to rock and roll. So I guess I do have one last thing to do, which is send an email out to everyone in the Zoom room that we're up and running. So here's that email list.
I think you did break that support in the 1 minute.
Yep.
Snaps back.
Okay, that is done, and we are ready to make some trades if we find some worth taking.
I think a sell is lining up here.
All right, let me know when you get in. I'll jump in too. Remember to take the spot trade if it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna try to focus more on spot. May not see much movement until 8:30.
Yeah, at 8:30 is probably going to be. We've got NFP and PCE, right? PCE.
Yeah, I think another. What's that? 10.
Consumer confidence. You know what I think the deal is? What the microphone that must be picking me up must be the microphone on my laptop, and it has a little fan, a little hum, because it has the cooling fan on it.
But the thing is, I only heard it on my phone. I didn't hear it. I don't hear it right now.
Yeah.
I heard it when I put my phone to look at YouTube.
Right, and I think that's because for Zoom, it's my my good microphone that's picking up my voice. But for some reason, for YouTube, it's the microphone on my laptop or something, and so I have to.
Oh, I had that same problem. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'll have to figure out what I'm doing wrong there for the next broadcast, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping well, man. My foot has been killing me. Again.
I'm sorry.
Since
Yeah.
I did that, my sneaker.
That's no good.
No. Glad today is Friday. I need to like just rest.
Mm-hmm.
Things just want to play around, so I'm gonna. While you're looking at it, I'm going to be zoned for a minute. There's something I have to do for the website real quick.
Okay.
If you see anything, let me know. Jump back on.
Okay. Let's see who we have watching here, and
Did
what
you
we
run
can
the
explain.
analysis today?
Yes, I did. I guess no, I didn't. I didn't run it here on screen. I can do that. I'll do that now. Since there's nothing really happening right now, I think we have a few minutes where I could run the analysis. All right. Oh, I didn't even give this. I have to give this thing a name. There it goes. Okay, at least now we have a name. And I'm going to turn the music off for just a moment so people can hear the analysis. And let's go.
This is Gold GPT with your session analysis for Friday, August 1st, 2025 at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, focused on spot gold and gold futures. I'll walk you through fundamentals, market sentiment, key levels, pivots, and setups. We're watching, so you can approach the session with confidence, clarity, and maybe just a pinch of gallows humor in case the market decides its scalping strategy. You can learn the full system, and you can sign up to be among the first to use me, that's Gold GPT, as your AI trading assistant for spot gold and gold futures. You can also see our daily live streaming schedule for the New York and Asia sessions at thebarcelonatrader.com. And if you're ready for coaching and community, join our Zoom room and interact with us directly during the sessions. Now let's dive into today's analysis. Today's chart is named Ebenezer. We name our charts like the National Weather Service names hurricanes because they have moods, tempers, and sometimes leave a trail of destruction. We chose Ebenezer because the chart feels like a stern, unforgiving grandfather this morning. And much like Scrooge, this price action might just get a late session redemption arc, but it's probably going to make us work for it. Let's start with fundamentals. Gold is coming off a choppy overnight session and is on track for a third straight weekly loss. Spot gold is hovering around 3,300, while gold futures are printing near 3,325. The dollar index is parked at 100.1, and while it's been sideways for the past few hours, it's still sitting near a 2-month high. 10-year yields are currently at 4.39% and trending downward, which gives gold a little breathing room, but not much. Volatility is ticking higher. The VIX is at 19.13 and rising. That usually means the market is getting a little nervous, which can fuel safe haven demand for gold, but only if the dollar stops flexing. Today's calendar matters. We've got both core PCE inflation data and the big one, non-farm payrolls, dropping later this morning. Either could swing sentiment sharply. If inflation cools or job numbers disappoint, the dollar could take a hit and gold could rip. But if the numbers come in hot, gold might roll over hard. Now let's talk technicals. We're currently trading inside a fairly well-defined range on the spot chart, with key intraday resistance sitting near the overlapping zone of daily and weekly pivots. Specifically, that's the area around 3,322 to 3,327. That resistance cluster includes the DM4 and WM4 pivots, and it's also where we've seen price stall several times recently. That makes it the likely breakout zone to the upside. A strong move above that level, especially on volume, could send price sprinting toward DR1, which sits at 3,311, and then DR2 at 3,333. To the downside, we've got a serious pivot confluence around 3,281 to 3,200 toward DS1 at 3,270, and then DM1 at 3,261. The daily pivot is near 3,292. Above that and inside the range, we look for mean reversion plays. Below that, we start sniffing for directional breakdowns. The 1-hour chart confirms it. Price is coming off the bottom of a rising channel, but still hasn't shown clean conviction. The 5-minute chart suggests higher lows are forming, but with lower high resistance looming directly overhead. It's a pressure cooker. Here's your action plan. If price breaks above 3,327 with momentum and volume, especially during or after the economic news, it could trigger a breakout run. That's your long scalp setup on the 10-second chart. Just make sure you don't chase a wick. If volume dries up or structure breaks, bail and reset. If price breaks below 3,281, watch for a quick slide toward the low 270s or even mid 260s. Hedge outside that range if you're holding any spot longs from earlier in the week. If we stay inside the range, between 3,280 and 3,320, look for classic Arago setups at the extremes. Fade the rallies into resistance and buy dips into support, but don't overstay. This market isn't gifting anyone gold bars today, and sentiment, physical buying has started to pick up again in parts of Asia, but the broader picture is mixed. Central banks are still net buyers, but the pace is slowing. ETF demand remains healthy, but jewelry demand is weak and staying weak. So while the longer-term gold bull case is intact, today's session is all about short-term macro triggers, and those come in the form of government data and central banker mood swings. Quick recap, we named today's chart Ebenezer because the mood is cranky, but redemption is still possible. We're watching 3,327 for the upside breakout and 3,281 for the downside trigger. Be nimble, be disciplined. Let the setups come to you. And don't forget, charts don't care about your feelings, but you can use them to pay your rent. That's your New York session briefing for August 1st. I'm Gold GPT, here for the Barcelona Trader. Trade sharp, trade safe. And if Ebenezer breaks structure, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be alerted when we publish the next one. Have a great weekend. Welcome to the Barcelona Trader.
And that's it.
Okay.
It's when it does. What I find is when it doesn't have a good strategy for the 10-second futures chart, it just kind of ignores it. Like if it has if it has something useful to say about it, it includes it, and if it doesn't, it just gives whatever other data it has. So
I think it was off by like 10 pips though.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was if I heard it correctly, it was saying some kind of breakout below the DM2 2032.81 somewhere in
Yeah.
that area.
Oh,
But our breakout we should be looking for is 92 below
Right.
the pivot,
right.
and then the second breakout below the DM2. And the other thing on the upside, it had a breakout above 33.27.
Yep.
There's a lot of room between 300 and 3300 and 3327.
Yeah.
Especially if we're if it's given signals for the futures chart,
Right.
because we're talking seconds. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So there's
Yeah.
a lot of money to be made in that 30 pip range that is just completely ignored.
Yeah. All right.
So
I'll keep refining that. Yep. Yep.
But other than that, most of it was kind of spot on, man. It just leaves this gap, and if you were trading spot, the gap is still there, but it's not as bad. But for futures, if you're sitting there, if you're new to futures,
Yeah.
and you're waiting for these
Levels.
levels that this is telling you, you missed the whole day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
But
Agreed.
it's almost there. It is almost there.
I don't know if it's still in beta, and I don't know.
I mean,
You know.
it's getting there. It's just learning. I think as another week or two, I think it'll start to realize exactly how we're trading futures.
Yeah.
because it's trying to trade spot more so.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
that's fine. It should do both.
Yeah, it should do both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a slow run to 8:30.
Yep, that was the 8 o'clock candle already. Nothing really happened. It came down, but it was still within the range. Let me get my alerts set up here. Set an alert for 8:19, so I'm alert for the 8:20 COMEX open. Set an alert for 8:29, 8:59, 9:29, 9:59, 10:29, 10:59. So these alerts are set so that 1 minute before important candles drop, we're not talking about something else. We're focused on the chart.
Gotta find something to do with these glasses I bought. They just been sitting here.
You know, I was just thinking, I don't think, I don't, I don't think I've ever rickrolled you. All right, you've been rickrolled.
That's funny.
Okay, sweetie. See you later. Have a good time.
You going to work?
Tennis. Friday tennis. Friday tennis. Got my fidget spinner. It's my version of sitting on my hands.
I have to get something like that for myself. My anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't really have it when I'm trading, but when I'm not trading, I get it.
Thing is, I'll sit here and I'll do this, and I'll hold it down here, and so I'm going like this, and then it starts looking like I'm
There
doing
you
something
go.
else. And I'm like, oh, I better hold this up above the camera so people know what I'm doing.
That's funny.
Okay, well, let's take a little trip around the block here. Let's see what is, what's what. We've got the VIX is rising, so we're going to see some more volatility, although it's still kind of within a normal range. The dollar's rising. We're above 100 for the first time in about half a month. We were above 100 yesterday, but that was the first time in since about July 17th. Yields are rising. And the 5-minute spot gold chart. I have the music a little loud, don't I?
It could be a little low.
Yeah, all right. So this is the 5-minute. We're still just kind of stuck in this range between the WS1 and the DM3. And we've got a couple of resistance zones below the DM3, and we have a point of control just right where the WS1 is. So range bound until something moves us. Excuse me. Tried to mute my microphone but didn't make it in time. Now we're here on the 1-minute chart, seeing the same thing, just with more candles. And the 10-second. Strength differential between gold and the dollar shows the gold gaining strength, the dollar about maintaining, but that means that we should be going up here. If we can push through these resistances on the 1-minute Hakanashi on our MT4 and the 5-minute Hakanashi on MT4, we're held back by some resistance zones, so we need some volume to break through that. And now the echo is back. Huh. Let's just try something else. Echo still there? Yeah. Echo still there? Yeah. Echo still there? Yes.
Yep.
Echo still there? Yes. No.
Yeah.
Echo still there?
Mm,
Yeah.
It's actually worse.
Yeah, okay. Now echo is gone.
Yes.
Okay, so it has something to do with the monitor that I have on, or don't have on. Let's see. How about now?
It's gone.
Does it sound better?
Yeah.
It sounds better, and additionally it's gone, or it sounds the same?
It's better and gone.
Okay,
It's
so,
gone. Yes, it's right.
and this is worse right now?
No, it's the same.
Same? Okay. Interesting. Okay, and this sounds okay?
You're further back now.
Okay.
Too light.
Okay, and this?
That's good.
Okay. All right, slowly and surely, we will become professional broadcasters. But first, let's be elite traders. Well, I'll speak for myself. You're already an elite trader. Hey, we're gonna get a buy here. It looks like. Oh yeah.
10 seconds.
10-second and the 1 minute look good. What we're seeing, chat, is on the 1 minute that we're looking at on our, well, the 1 minute just broke. But on the 5 minute chart on our MetaTrader 4, we're seeing an indicator that we rely heavily on that really shows where some resistance and some support zones are, and it's rarely wrong, almost never wrong. And sure enough, it hit it and turned around. All right, we have 1 minute for the COMEX Open at 8:20. That's probably not going to do much because we have news then at 8:30. And that's when the action begins. So dropping at 8:30, we have average hourly earnings month over month. We have non-farm employment change. That's the big one. And then we have the unemployment rate.
What we have to look out for is Trump making an announcement that's not scheduled.
Right. And
Won't be ready in any direction. Yeah, today.
right, so let me pull open Truth Social. Just leave that running in the background. Okay, I'm liking the way we're getting through up here on the 5 minute. And we got another one here in the 1 minute, but looks like it's pushing through. We've got quite a bit of buying pressure. That happened with 8:20. I think I'm going to take a little buy here.
Cautious.
I'll just take the 30.
The wrinkles cleared a lot since this return.
Yeah. We're above daily support zone. Yeah.
But a lot of people.
Yep. Not us. We are precision scalpers. I think that's what pushed it up there.
That's what you got your 30 off of.
Yeah. Looks like it wants to go again. There's a resistance on the 1 minute again, though. Yeah.
Today's high is 3304, so we're right, almost right there. If you want to break it.
Trump just called for lower interest rates. Yeah. Shall I bring up Bloomberg? Is that ever helpful?
They can continue to rectify the trade deficit and change the global trading system. I mean, this is a historic thing. This is once in 100 years that you have a chance to reorder global trade like this, and we're doing it, and we'll use whatever tools are necessary to do it.
U.S. Trade Representative Jamison Greer, thank you so much for being with us. I'm not sure when you sleep, and we've been talking about that with you and Scott Bessett as well. Ambassador, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Really a slew of changes at a time when there's some real questions over what the ramifications will be, but historic in terms of magnitude, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, historic. These are the highest tariff rates we've seen since the 1930s. What was interesting, he said that a lot of these countries want to manifest deals now. I need to know, want to know, I think the market wants to know between now and all
1 minute.
I think the market's trading on this. They are still in negotiating mode. He said he woke up to a number of text messages from his counterparts, from negotiating partners, wanting to get to end. Potentially, is this the final moment where we can see these concessions the administration has wanted from places like India, maybe when it comes to things like Russian oil, from Switzerland, maybe things like pharmaceuticals, from Taiwan when it comes to semiconductors. Is this the final stretch for some of these big trading partners?
Meanwhile, we are just about a minute away, less than a minute away from the payrolls data. And
We are 18 seconds away.
ramifications from any of what we've seen on the headline turmoil that we've seen has filtered into labor.
All right, let's see what happens.
Start to change that as a question, but the fact that hasn't filtered through yet means that a lot of this market has been able to look through some of the drama and not necessarily trade it. He's not showing up in the economic data quite as much as we expected.
What we are expecting is 104,000.
That's good for what we want. Okay, their NFP, wow, way down. They were expecting 106. They got 73. That's bad for the dollar, good for gold. The other ones came in as expected, exactly. So non-farm payroll is the only one. We're going up. We might as well place a buy.
What is the break even going into that right now? S&P futures are lower. Right now, let's head over to Michael.
Fade it for just a second here.
Mike, what do you see?
Well, we got a very disappointing number here, and this is going to get Wall Street's attention. 73,000 jobs created during the month of July. The forecast, as you said, was for 104, and we came down from 147 last month, looking to see what the revisions are. Right now, the 3-month revisions add to payrolls by
You're out?
35,000, so that has to be factored in.
What'd you get? Yeah, I'm in.
73,000. They were 74,000 last month, so
I'm at 220 right now. I got in later than you.
subtracted from the overall
310,
of jobs
360, 340, 460, 480, 5, 5. I think I took 450 in the end.
2% as forecast. We'll look at what the 3-digit number is in just a second. Average hourly earnings up 0.3 as
Ah,
average hourly earnings on a year-over-year basis at 3.9%. They were
I gotta
3.8%
figure something out.
before, so it looks
I think
like
when
a
I'm gonna
little
kill
bit
one of
gain
these, spot
overall
one of
for
these
I'll,
futures
dig
accounts.
into this
Yeah.
and let you figure
Because I
out
got
how
two,
the markets
I got
react
two
to this
futures accounts,
headline.
yeah,
Mike,
On
that
Trader
sound that you
Bay,
hear that
right?
yeah.
And I've got a trade locker
plummeting, and
account
that is what we're seeing, down more than
that's
10
not
basis
connected to
points
my
in
other
response
MetaTrader.
to this
Yeah.
filter than expected
And
number.
then I have my
You can see
MetaTrader, and then I
have
have the one that's
maintained some
connected
of
to
the
you.
losses
Just
that
too
they
much
saw
to go
from earlier,
across.
but across the board, a bid into bonds is the big trade. 10-year yields down 5
Yeah.
basis points. The 2-year yield, this really is the key moment. Down
I think I'm in again.
3.84% as people take a look at what this labor market report means for the Federal Reserve. In the currency space, we had been seeing quite a bit of dollar strength on expectation that the Fed would have to remain really strong with policy. We see a complete reversal, the euro bouncing versus the dollar 114.81 as people assess that maybe this will be a Fed that will get pushed into cutting rates sooner and faster. Really the idea that you can see the number come in softer as well as
No, I'm in again.
also ticking just slightly higher, concerning or at least provoking a response that would imply more rate cuts. Mike, you've had some time to dig through some of the numbers. Really notable to me that the change in private payroll is lower than expected, but manufacturing what stands out to you?
Manufacturing,
could have gotten more, but it's going up so slowly. It had me in drawdown for a while.
Only 2,000. There were 13,000
Are you back in?
supposedly found by ADP.
No, I'm
and their
trying to
numbers
do it. Trying to get on.
So construction, not really a surprise given the circumstances and what we've
Doing the,
heard about construction overall. Service-producing jobs, 98,000. That's a low number, but in line with the fact that service-producing jobs are the majority of jobs in the economy.
When we get to the top here,
That really has set
I might fade it.
government jobs. We see 12,000 jobs lost at the federal level, and that's going to just start picking up because a lot of people who left the federal government under Doge got some sort of severance, and they don't count as unemployed as long as they are getting severance. So we'll see more of that. Overall, government, including state and local, down 10,000, and that is a rebound from last month's 74,000 jobs created. Most of those in state and local government because of education, and economists think that was mostly because of a system adjustment problem. I didn't mention earlier, but we should point out that average work week rose by 0.1%, 34.3.
No, I'm not back in. Should I get back in?
Wait, I don't think so. Back down.
Yeah, yeah.
As you speak, Mike, we're seeing the two-year yields plunge that much lower. Michael McCready, thank you so much. So if you are just joining us, here's the state of where we are. We did get the non-farm payrolls report for July. 73,000 is the number we got. 104,000 was the expectation. We see that increase in the unemployment rate as expected from 4.1% to 4.2%. We did see average hourly earnings still go up by 0.3%. But as you parse through the numbers, here is what
Yeah.
accelerating that downward
Where should we put it?
yields, that upward shift in expectations for Fed rate cuts. The revisions in non-farm payrolls for the month of June came in at 14,000. That is downgraded from 147,000. I had to do a double take, Danny, if that was accurate or not. But you really see that downward revision in the prior month coming into play in a massive way.
June goes down to 14,000. May goes down to 19,000. That makes 73,000 today look
Well, wait a minute. Where's your top? Where's your top hedge?
a lot of attention this
Your
morning.
buy.
Necessarily the number that just comes in, because if the revisions
Okay, mine's 34.17.
is 73,000 actually. Is that even a lot more? Neil Dutta of Renmac goes right to Twitter. Waller looks vindicated. It was Christopher Waller that
Got
in
it.
this program talked about just weeks ago before he made this descent that he is seeing cracks in the labor market, and we are seeing that today when it comes to this unemployment report.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we'll get some more True Social posts on this. Joining us now is Stephanie Roth of Wolf
Probably
Research.
triggered
Stephanie,
now,
had
but
a
that's
couple
okay.
minutes to look
You know
through
what I
this. Is this a terrible jobs report, or is this a
At
little bit
310?
complicated?
It's pretty bad, especially in the revisions. I think that's the big
Well, why not? If we think it's gonna trigger, why don't we put it up there at like 326
is pretty eye-opening. Of course, we're all watching the unemployment rate because that's what, for a couple of reasons, that's what Powell is telling us.
or like 320 under the Sunday Open and under the DM4?
Seeing is the massive impact from
30 now.
immigration
All right,
having
I'm not mad at that.
important implications on labor, and that's what's driving at least some of these negative revisions.
You know,
When you look at the market reaction, though, it looks
So like
pricing in September and October.
320.
As we see another weak job report, is that what you would expect? I think there's certainly a
318.
chance of that. That said, the inflation data are also going to be
320 is DM4 is at
so it
22.
makes it a really tough
Right.
for
Right.
in
Yeah.
this landscape. And this is something we've been warning our clients about for quite some time, that risks are quite elevated over the summer because we're going to be in an environment where immigration is going to have very negative impacts on the net hiring of this economy. The unemployment rate might remain okay, and inflation is likely to be quite elevated. And that's a really toxic backdrop for the Fed to be able to cut. We do have the 73,000 for non-farm payrolls, weaker than expected, 4.2% unemployment rate ticking higher. What is the line in the sand for this unemployment rate that Jay Powell is saying is what he's mainly looking at, the main number? I think we're talking somewhere between 4.3, 4.4, 4.5 for sure it'd be cutting, but I think it has to continue to creep higher throughout the course of the summer in the backdrop that inflation could be quite elevated.
Yeah, that's $650.
What we're looking at right now, is this the
Yeah.
you're saying that the labor market
Yeah.
is weak?
Yeah.
This
They would get back there. We get
I
I was
still
able to
think
do.
that it's a little bit political. However, the data do have to be consistent with that message.
About
You-
So if
5
it's
6
consistent
pips
with
on
that
spot.
message,
Yeah, I saw. Well,
how much weight do you put into that? If
Not
they
much
continue
on
to go forward
that
and have
account,
President
but
Trump, who
it's good.
goes on
Yeah.
that they should
Yep.
be the ones dictating policy.
So I'd get
If you start to
5,
get
10
more
on the
dovishness from the board,
futures.
do we have to continue to write it off as political? Do we just put less weight in it from here on out?
307 on the spot.
Other members continue to get more dovish. I think that
307.
Now I'd just like to see it come down. We can fade it off the top here.
I made a little over 12 on the spot for my account.
Nice.
So it works. This is a good day.
Yep. Yep. We don't have to stick around here much. I'd like to do about $100 more if the market will give it to me.
Where are you at?
I am $69 underwater on my last account that's underwater, otherwise under equity. Otherwise, everything's above equity and on path.
But how much did you make today?
Oh, I made today $590.
Yeah, that's a good day, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I
You know
know.
what I mean?
Like I said, only if the market's going to give it to me. I want to take another 100,
Yeah.
but
You
Yeah.
shouldn't even try and get it. Your wife come back from tennis and say, guess what I did?
she's probably watching on her way.
You
Yeah.
like me now. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we at? We're at
32. So it hit the confluence of the WM2, the MPP, and the DR2, all those right at the same spot. That's what stopped it.
right.
It looks like it's trying to push through it now too.
DR2, yeah. My theory is simple. Pigs get fed and hogs get slaughtered.
Yeah.
You want to be a pig or a hog today?
But if this thing starts taking a nosedive, I know there's $100 in there for me at least. Because there will be some profit taking here at some point. Yep, the NFP can just make your trading day. That's it. That's all we need. I gotta update my stats here. I think I took. I think that was a total of 4 trades. Gotta be sure. Yeah, 4 trades.
I'm ready to move this hedge again.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's no reason to be 17, 18 pips away now. Right?
Okay. Yep.
So let's evaluate 7 pips off of where we are. 30, 33, 30. Right?
Where are we at? We're at 33.38 right now. We could set it like at 33.28.
I think we did 28, 29, right under the WM2.
Okay.
What is that? Another.
That's another 8 pips up. Yeah, we were at 20.
Yeah, let's do it. What did I say? 29.
You said 28 or 29.
Let's see, 30, 33. Let's do 29.
Okay. And I should have put 2 contracts on that.
We're slowly edging back up to where we need to be.
Yeah. Is this as high as it's gonna get? I'm gonna take a little buy. There we go. Just took another 230.
Nice.
That'll do me for the day. I'm done. Cha-cha-cha.
It is. Good day.
Yeah, that was a great day.
This week. We had 2 great weeks, 2 days. Good days this week.
Yeah,
You know?
yep.
All right, let's call it.
Let's call it. Let's call it. We did good, good, good. All right, we'll come back a little later today and celebrate our wins and talk about our business. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a good rest of your morning, my brother.
You too, man.
All right. See ya. Okay, YouTube, that is how it is done. You come in, you conquer, and you call it a day. So thanks for joining me. We will be back Sunday night, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. New York time. I'll try to have all of the audio issues fixed by then. We will have the session briefing out before then. I hope that you had good trading just like we did. And we will catch you on the rebound. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.